What's up guys, Mike the Repair Guy here. Today we're going to be looking at this Kenmore 90 series top load washer. It's made by Whirlpool. It's pretty standard top load style direct drive washer. Today we're going to be replacing a water inlet valve. Most common reason why you would be replacing this is if when the washer is off you still have a steady drip of water coming into the tub. That could mean that one of the solenoids have gone bad. Another reason might be if, let's say, you're not getting cold water, you're not getting hot water, and of course you made sure that your water valves are turned on, but maybe the solenoid has failed and it's not opening, or there's too much corrosion inside there, so then you'd have to go ahead and replace the inlet valve. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is remove the covers here so we can access the panel to pull the shell off. So these just pull off from the side here, they just clip in there as plastic. Okay, once you get those both off, you set them to the side. Then you're going to need a Phillips screwdriver. There's two screws here that hold the panel in. Once you have those two screws off, you can get the panel off. You're going to kind of pull the panel towards you while twisting back. And that unlocks these plastic pieces that would normally be in the groove there. Okay. Once we get that, you can go ahead and put the panel up. Then we're going to go ahead and remove the body clips here. Just use a screwdriver and you press down in here to get it to come out. One on that side and one on this side. Squeeze aside. And then this is going to release the frame from the actual tub. So you just tip it forward. If need be, you can open the door and grab by the front of the tub here to pull it out. And you set that aside. And then this is what you'll have left. Okay, then to access the inlet valve. The inlet valve is right here. Let's see if I can zoom in. Sorry about that. So that is your water inlet valve. The white is of course going to be the cold, and the red is going to be the hot. There is one screw that screws onto the back panel here that holds it in right here. Now some models are a little bit different. You might have two screws. You might have a piece of metal that's attached to the inlet valve that kind of screws in here. They're all pretty much universal. Whirlpool's used the same inlet valve for lots of years. Any one of those will work. You just need to match up the hole so you can secure it. Okay? And let me show you the screw on the other side here. All right, and so you guys can see what I'm talking about. This is the screw right here that holds the valve in. It's generally going to be a 1/4 inch drive. Just take that out. That will release the inlet valve. And you can pull it out on the other side of the panel here. So if this is like that, you just pull it out. Okay? And you can disconnect your wires. Remember which one is which. The white is the cold and the red is going to be the hot. So you want to get your new valve that you're going to replace it with. And make sure you have it in the same direction so you know which one goes where. Okay, so I'm going to connect the white one to the white and the red to the red. It's usually best either take a picture of it or you can disconnect it and connect them as you go. So that way you know which one is which, so you don't get them confused. Okay, once you get those switched, then you have to release the water hose cord here. Just use a small pair of pliers. Once you get that clamp off, you can go ahead and work the hose off the valve. And then you just reattach it to the new one. And make sure you put your clamp back up, your hose clamp. Once that's back on, you're just going to reattach it, push it back through, and then we're going to put our screw back in on that side. And now, like I said, some of these inlet valves, they might have slightly different holes the way they line up. This is a really thin piece of sheet metal. You can always use like a 1/4 inch screw, maybe self-tapping, to screw into here to attach the inlet valve if it doesn't line up exactly. There's kind of a couple of different models of how the mounting bracket mounts, but essentially the water valve is the same. So, alrighty, now let's show you how to put it all back together. Okay, so now before we put the outer frame back on, trick to this is, you see these little tabs on the panel right here. You want to make sure those are straightened all the way up. You can just get a screwdriver and pry it underneath here. Make sure it's up, because the tub has a hole in it, or the frame, that's going to sit on that. So you want to make sure that these are pointing straight up. Otherwise you're going to have a hard time when you go to put the tub back on. So there's one in the front there. Sorry about that. There's one in the back. Right there. And it's the same on both sides. Okay? So now, let's put the exterior shell on. So what you're going to want to do, so I usually open the lid and grab the tub, or grab the frame. And then you're going to want to tilt it like this, because you want to get the lip, you want to get this lip right here to sit on top of the metal in there that goes underneath. So you want to go underneath this and over this side. Okay. So once you get it under there, frame up, then you want to put the clips back on. Then you're going to want to put the clips back on, and you really only go one way. If you try to put it in there the wrong way, it's not going to work. But they go, so that's the side of it. This side goes towards the back wall, and this side goes towards the front. Okay, so push it up. And I like to do too, a little trick is to put my foot back here behind the tub as I'm pushing down, because sometimes it doesn't want to line all the way up. And don't worry about trying to line both sides up at the same time, because more often than not, one side will come off a little bit. Just worry about getting one side. Once you get that side anchored, then move on to the other side and you can slightly adjust as needed. It'll be a lot easier. So like this side, show you my foot on the side, push the back panel in, and go ahead and lock that down. Move the panel back down, put these clips back into the hole. Then we'll go ahead and secure it back down with our 2 Phillips screws. So we'll go ahead and put the Phillips screws back in here. Make sure not to over tighten these, because you will end up breaking the thin piece of plastic for the panel, and then it's not going to secure and it's going to come loose. Okay. Once those are both on there, then you go ahead and put the plastic covers back on. What I like to usually do with these is start with the bottom. You'll notice there's a little clip here, a little groove. Start with that on the bottom, goes right in here. Once you get that in, Make sure the side ones are in, and they just snap right into place. And you do the same thing on this side, just like that. Okay. All right, guys. Now the repair is done. We replaced the water inlet valve. As always, you're always going to want to double check your work. So once you get the washer hooked back up and the wire connected, you're going to want to test it to make sure that you're getting the right water temperature. So I put it over to cold on your selector. Go ahead and put it on a short cycle. Fill it until it starts filling up with water. Verify with your hand that it is cold water and that maybe you didn't possibly misconnect the hot and cold wires for the solenoids. So make sure you have cold water. Once you verify you do have cold water, I would rotate the selector to hot-cold to see that you should be getting warm water or hot water. Once that's verified, then you know that your repair is complete and you're good to go. So as always, guys, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to check us out on Facebook, subscribe to the channel, give us a thumbs up if you like the video, and we'll be making more videos to try to help you guys out. As always, have a great day. Thanks for watching.